Multiplying decimals, right, when I'm multiplying by a single digit number like so, I prefer to use the column method, and I don't mind the decimal point being there. Start for this one, using the column method. The 5 will multiply by the 3, and then the 4 will multiply by the 3. Right, here we go. 5 times 3, 15. Carry the 1. Right, next. It's a decimal point. Next. 4 times 3, 12. Add 1, 13. One answer. Next. Remember, single digit numbers, when I'm multiplying by a single digit number, I prefer to use the column method. It's a lot easier. Right, 7 will multiply by the 4, then this 7, and then there's this 2 over there, and then finally this 1 will multiply by the 4. Right, 7 times 4, 28. Next, decimal point. Next, 7 times 4, 28. Add the 2, 30. Next, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 add 3, 11. Right, next number, and finally 1 times 4 is 4. Add the 1 is 5. Right, that is the answer now. What if now you've got not a single digit number? So I mean, this was pretty straightforward. Single digit number, single digit number. Right, not that easy anymore. Right, for this one I prefer to use the grid method, but before I do that I'm just going to take out the decimal point. But remember to put back, as a reminder, put back the decimal point in the final answer. Using the grid method, partition 235. It's always a good idea to read this out in your head. Obviously you're not going to read that out loud in the exam. So 235, 235, 42. Right, it doesn't matter if you put the 235 this way and the 40 and 2 that way. It does not really matter because we just start timesing. Right, so split this up now. 200 times 40. Well, first of all, 4 times 2 is 8, and then count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next is 4 times 3 is 12, and then count the zeros. 1, 2. 40 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. No zeros there, but how many zeros here? It's 1 0. So put that extra 0 there. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 zeros. 2 times 30 is 60. 2 times 5 is 10. All you've got to do now is add these numbers together. Right, make sure you line these numbers up nicely. Don't put the 2 there, it needs to be here, 200. Just check it, everything's right. Adding. Right, you might think the answer's finished here, but just remember there's a reminder here, put the decimal point back. If you look at the original question, we've got 1 digit after decimal point, we've got another digit after decimal point. Altogether, we've got 2 digits after the decimal point. So you make sure that in the answer, you've got 1, 2 digits after the decimal point. It needs to go here. Okay, that's the most appropriate place to put it, because then you'll have your 2 digits after the decimal point. Right. Some people prefer to use the column method. First of all, 5 will multiply by the 2, then the 3 with the 2, and then the 2 with the 2. 5 times 2, 10, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, add the 1. And then 2 times 2 is 4. Next row. Right, now we're going to multiply the 5 by the 4, the 3 by the 4, and the 2 by the 4. But really, that 4 is actually a 40. Look, 42. So that 4 represents 40. So we need to put that 0 there, extra 0. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Add the 2, 14. 2 times 4 is 8. Add the 1 is 9. Finally now we need to add everything up. 0, 7, 4 add 4 is 8. And then just as we've done here, put the decimal point.